When it comes to intellectual property rights, not everything that glitters is gold. These inducing lines have been quoted by Dr. Benjamin from Australian Patent Office. Good afternoon. A very warm welcome to all. It's a wonderful day, and I, Mrs. Priya Nirala, feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all connected here online. The topic of today's webinar is intellectual property rights and plagiarism. And this webinar we are conducting today is organized by Department of Commerce and Management, Pragati College, Raipur, in collaboration with Sant Guru Ghasidas Government PG College, Kurud, and Chandrapal Darsena Government College, Pithora. Now, I acknowledge graceful presence of dignitaries, eminent speaker Dr. B.K. Sahu Sir, Regional Manager and Head, Intellectual Property Facilitation Center, Technology and Innovation Support Center, National Research Development Corporation, and Enterprise of DSIR, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, Innovation Valley, Visakhapatnam. Respected Dr. O.P. Chandrakar Sir, Principal, Sant Guru Ghasidas Government PG College, Kurud. Respected Dr. S.S. Tiwari Sir, Principal, Chandrapal Darsena Government College, Pithora. Respected Dr. Soumya Nayyar Ma'am, Principal, Pragati College, Raipur. Major Dr. Omji Gupta Sir, Assistant Professor, Sant Guru Ghasidas Government PG College, Kurud. Respected Dr. Shruti Jha Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Chandrapal Darsena Government College, Pithora. Respected Dr. Nimesh Pandey Sir, HOD, Commerce and Management Department, Pragati College, Raipur. Respected Dr. D.K. Rathore Sir, IQAC Coordinator and Professor, Sant Guru Ghasidas Government PG College, Kurud. Respected Dr. S.S. Diwan Sir, NAC and IQAC Coordinator and Assistant Professor, Chandrapal Darsena Government College, Pithora. Respected Dr. Swati Srivastav Ma'am, IQAC Coordinator and Assistant Professor, Pragati College, Raipur. So before moving forward, I would like to say something about our speaker, Dr. B.K. Sahu Sir. Dr. B.K. Sahu Sir is a technology intellectual property innovation management professional in academics, training and profession with more than 15 years of work experience. He is having Master of Science and earned his MPhil and PhD from JNU, New Delhi, specialized in intellectual property rights and technological capabilities with special references, biotechnology innovation. He is recipient of Royal Danida Fellowship from Royal Kingdom of Denmark on Innovation Strategy and IPR Commercialization, received his Executive Diploma from Copenhagen Business School, Denmark. Presently, he is heading Intellectual Property Facilitation Center and Technology and Innovation Support Center of National Research Development Corporation, Government of India, Visakhapatnam. Sir has grabbed many accolades, naming a few of them: National IP Awards from Government of India as the Best Technology Innovation Support Center in contributing IP, innovation and technology commercialization for the year 2020. IP Excellence Award from World IP Forum for the year 2021 for IP Education and Training and Innovation Management. Global IP Convention Awards by GIPC during 12th Global IP Convention for the year 2019. ASSO, CHAM and IPTAC Award for the promotion of IP facilitation and innovation management in the country. He is considered as 100 IP leader from India by World IP Forum for the year 2018. He was a keynote speaker of UNESCO EdTech 2018 on IP and innovation in education curriculum. He has facilitated and managed many patents, trademark, design, copyright, and other IP to various universities, startups, MSMEs, PSUs, and transferred and commercialized many lab scale and proven technologies to various industries, startups, and MSMEs. Now, I would like to invite respected Dr. O.P. Chandrakar Sir, Principal, Sant Guru Ghasidas Government PG College, Pithora, to address the audience and say something about our speaker.
कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रहा है। ये आदमी कहाँ पे कहाँ
नहीं पड़ेगा।
हाँ सर लगता है आप कैसे आपको बोलना है यस मैम प्लीज टेल मी
Yes, sir.
इज इट एड्रेस बाय
OP
Yes, sir.
Chandrakar sir is not there. Can we move forward?
वो चल रही है स्पीच, आवाज नहीं है। इधर से
बाकी तो यहाँ चालू है
कौन आवाज क्यों नहीं आ रहा?
तो आवाज वहां तक कुछ ऑफ है क्या
No, sir.
सर वहां पर ऑन है देखिए
Sir, there is everything perfect from the side.
तो वो इसका डिटेल में बोलिए।
सर आप आपको दिया हुआ है
Yes, sir. Actually, that technology license agreement, नया already I discussed just now. I tried to Lakshmi.
अभी यहाँ पर ऑन हुआ हेलो देखिए सर आप बात
हाँ सर, हाँ सर।
हेलो हेलो मैम
Yes, sir.
हेलो 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 सर का है क्या प्रिंसिपल सर का है अभी प्रिंसिपल सर का है अभी
हाँ, yes, sir.
यस प्लीज सर आपकी आवाज साफ नहीं आ रही सर आपकी आवाज साफ नहीं आ रही बहुत स्लो आवाज आ रही है आप बोलिए
आज की इस प्रोग्राम इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स एंड प्लेगरिज्म पर हम आज डॉक्टर बी के साहू को सुनेंगे और मैं चाहता हूँ कि बी के साहू सर के द्वारा जिन बातों का उल्लेख किया जाएगा वो हम सबके लिए प्रेरणा स्रोत रहेंगे, सबके लिए बहुत कार्य का होगा और आने वाले शोध कार्य के लिए बहुत उपयोगी होगा। मैं और कुछ ज्यादा बात ना करते हुए, क्योंकि सर की टाइम बहुत महत्वपूर्ण होता है, हम सर से निवेदन करेंगे कि सर अपनी बात हमें बताएं। डॉक्टर बी के साहू सर।
Okay, thank you, sir. Now I would request respected Dr. S.S. Tiwari, sir, Principal, Chandrapal Darsena Government College, Pithora, to address the audience. Please, sir.
Respected Dr. B.K. Sahu, Regional Manager and Head, Intellectual Property Facilitation Center. Respected Dr. O.P. Chandrakar, sir, Principal, PG College, Kurut. Respected Dr. Soumya Nair, Principal, Pragati College, Raipur. Respected D.K. Rathore, sir, IQSC Coordinator, Kurut College. Respected Dr. Swati Srivastava, Madam, IQSC Coordinator, Pragati College, Raipur. Respected S.S. Diwan, sir, IQSC Coordinator, Government College, Pithora. Respected Dr. Omji Gupta, Convener, Kurut College. Respected Dr. Shruti Jha, Madam, Convener, Government College, Pithora. Respected Dr. Nimesh Pandey, sir, Convener, Pragati College. Respected all professors and dear students. Today, we are discussing about intellectual property rights and plagiarism. Information generation and research and development have become increasingly important in today's knowledge-based economy in affecting public opinion. As a result, the way we think about knowledge-based assets like innovation, ideas, and designs, as well as how we manage them, has changed, and ownership has become a major concern. Intellectual property rights were assets like music, drama, ideas, and various other research-based work. Plagiarism is the act of defrauding another person's intellectual property, such as ideas, innovations, original works of authorship, words, slogans, designs, information, and so on, and passing them off as your own without proper and permission for the original author or inventor. In simple terms, it is the act of completely or partially copying a work and then posing as the author. The aim of this webinar is discuss the issues related to intellectual property rights and its details, as well as how plagiarism is a threat to these rights. Over to Pragati College for further action. Thanks to all.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to invite respected Dr. Soumya Nair, ma'am, Principal, Pragati College, Raipur, to address the audience.
Namaskar, good morning. Very warm greeting to all of us, Pragati College, in the collaboration with Sant Guru Ghasidas Government PG College, Kurud, Chhattisgarh, and Chandrapal Dutt Sena Government College, Pithora, Chhattisgarh, under the aegis of IQAC, conduct a theme-based program on intellectual property rights and plagiarism. First of all, I heartily welcome to prominent speaker Dr. B.K. Sahuji, Regional Manager and Head Intellectual Property Facilitation Center IPSC. Patent Dr. O.P. Chandrakar ji, Principal PG College, Kurud, Chhattisgarh. Patent respected Dr. S.S. Tiwari ji, Principal Government College, Pithora, Chhattisgarh. All the respected convener Dr. Omji Gupta ji, Dr. Shruti Jha, and Dr. Nimesh Pandey. All the respected IQAC coordinator Dr. D.K. Rathore, Dr. S.S. Diwan, and Dr. Swati Shrivastava. All the HODs, teaching staffs, students, and listeners. It is an occasion of great pride and pleasure to us to have all of you amongst us. On the behalf of Pragati College, I welcome all of you in the program. This theme is very important and dynamic for everyone. बौद्धिक संपदा अधिकार, यह एक ऐसा अधिकार है जो उसकी कृतियों पर है, जैसे एक फिल्म, एक संगीत रचना, एक आविष्कार, एक ब्रांड नाम इत्यादि। किसी भी अन्य वास्तविक संपत्ति की तरह किसी व्यक्ति के पास उसकी कृतियों की रक्षा करने का अधिकार। हमारे समक्ष प्रमुख वक्ता के रूप में डॉक्टर B.K. साहू जी इस विषय की महत्वपूर्ण एवं मुख्य बातों पर विस्तार से प्रकाश डालेंगे, जो सभी के लिए निश्चित ही लाभदायक और प्रेरणादायक सिद्ध होगी। I am sure that it would be a memorable webinar for our institute. With modesty, I ensure the program would enlighten the young minds. मैं आशा करती हूं कि अगला 1 घंटा हम सबके लिए बहुत ही फलदायक एवं जीवंत रहेगा। मैं पुनः प्रगति परिवार की ओर से हृदय से समस्त आदरणीय जनों का सम्मान, अभिनंदन एवं धन्यवाद करती हूं। Thank you all.
Sure, ma'am, it would be. Thank you, ma'am. To steal ideas from one person is plagiarism. To steal from many is research. Given by Stephen Wright. Now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to today's speaker, Dr. B.K. Sahu, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Priyaji. Namaskar, and respected all the leadership of various institutions. It is a great privilege and honor for me to join the special FDP program when India is celebrating the Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav. It is a time for all of us to celebrate the innovation, creativity by our forefather for the nation and nation building. And since I have a time for presentation, I have to justify the topic, and also I must be useful for your activity in supporting you, nurturing you, and also connecting you and collaborating with you to the knowledge society in academia industry collaboration, which is need of power to the nation for the nation building through innovation. So thank you all, and thank you for your kind patience for giving me this opportunity. And you are requested to kindly allow me. Yeah, I'm able to share my screen. I hope my PPT is visible to all of you. Ji, can you confirm my PPT is visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your PPT is visible, sir.
Thank you. So if there is any non-functioning of PPT, kindly inform me. So thank you.
Okay.
And
Okay, sure,
again,
sir.
as Priyaji has told that my role and responsibility is to connect the dot, particularly in the innovation management. And our role is to leverage, collaborate, and also support for innovation activity in academia, and helping startup industry, researchers, scientists, faculty in protecting their intellectual property right in the form of patent, trademark, design, copyright, GI. NRDC plays an important role in the nation, and I have so far facilitated many more 100 patent and trademark and various institutions across the country. That is our role, that is our mandate, and that's our role in connecting mind to the market and lab to the land. So I'll take you to some of my observation, my correlation. I hope my PPT is visible, Priyaji. Second PPT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So I'll start with the quote of Lord Buddha on quote. If you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your path. Because in the changing innovation ecosystem where the education plays a very
excuse me,
important
sir.
role.
Sorry to interrupt you. Actually, you haven't clicked the second PPT.
No, second PPT is, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, second PPT, are you able to see?
No, sir. No, sir.
That's why what is
Yes,
the problem?
yes, sir. Yeah. It's showing now.
It's showing now?
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm showing it like this. I think there might be some problem. So I'm so it is a time because the ecosystem is the innovation ecosystem, and it's a knowledge economy, and knowledge must be acknowledged. I will take you to the history. Ekalabya infringed the intellectual property of Guru Dronacharya. So knowledge must be acknowledged. The knowledge creator must be respected. Knowledge created must monetize the new process, the knowledge into a new process and product, and that is nothing but indigenization, and that is self-reliance India today. And you are aware that India dependency on import of technology is very, very high. So if we want to create make a innovate India, make in India, startup and stand up India, and self-reliance India, India needs more innovation. India need more invention. So we need more intellectual property we have to generate, we have to protect, we have to manage. You might be knowing our haldi was patented in US. The neem was patented. So basmati rice was patented. So point I wanted to tell you is that the product of origin must be protected in India so that others people, as Dr. Tiwari and also Dr. Somya touch upon the plagiarism, infringement, IPR violations should not occur. So it is the time for academia to sensitize on intellectual property right. What are the IPR that has been coming from academia? Because academic is a place of knowledge, place of wisdom, place of Goddess Saraswati. Many ideas are there, and that idea is nothing but the invention and become a process and product that goes to industry, and industry is a place of Lakshmi. So it is a time for all of us to change our mindset and understand the reality under the WTO economy where intellectual property right is playing important role. On quote, education disseminate known knowledge, research convert money into knowledge, innovation convert knowledge into money. So we must have to change our orientation in the changing paradigm of ecosystem of innovation. In fact, we have government of India has come out with many policy flagship program like National Education Policy 2020, National Innovation Startup Policy, a guiding framework for higher educational institution, and also National IPR policy. So, friends, innovation, whatever the innovation today, I'll give you a small example of innovation at this corona pandemic. The beautiful innovation is the Covishield and Covaxin. And you know how this Covishield came? The Covishield, the formulation, particularly the invention comes from Oxford University. So academia plays a very important role in creating the new knowledge for mitigating the challenge of the society. And this invention is market driven because it has a demand in the market, because we people are struggling for that. And it is a new invention and it is a new technology to mitigate the challenge of COVID-19. And from where it came from Oxford University, which is an institution. And that institution, given the formulation for commercialization to Serum Institute of India, today, billion people across the globe are mitigating the challenge of the innovation. So innovation always plays an important role to mitigate the challenge. We have many kind of innovation, and today I will be touching technological innovation. When we are talking about technological innovation, the innovation normally generate in our academia. You all are the creator of the knowledge, new creativity, invention, many students, many professors doing a lot of research and development activity. Somewhere, knowledge must be acknowledged. Knowledge must not be plagiarized, and knowledge must be protected. Because in the WTO ecosystem, when we are part of the WTO, there is a protectionism, and we are part of the TRIPS negotiation, trade-related aspect of intellectual property rights. So every country implemented this TRIPS regime, those who are the member country of the WTO and compliance the WTO norm and also compliance the IPR formulation. And in India, we have a IPR ecosystem where many kind of IPR we need to protect. If we are not protecting, somebody will protect and take the ownership. So IPR plays a very important role bridging the gap between academia and industry. And you know, academia is a place of knowledge, place of Goddess Saraswati, and industry is a place of Lakshmi, and many process and products comes to the society. And in that, IPR bring both Lakshmi and Saraswati together. And it is the time, it is the momentum for us at this challenging time to bring both Lakshmi and Saraswati together. You know, many of the engineering colleges during this pandemic, some of the private colleges could not sustain because of the challenges, because students could not pay the fees and they could not run the college. And at last, the faculty did not get the salary, and but the organization leader could not afford to run the college. So IPR is the one of the instrument that can make it sustainable. You can imagine how much money the Oxford University has got from the industry who is commercializing this Covishield. Likewise, many university, because university is a place for the knowledge, many ideas come, many problem statement can be solved from academia. And you have seen the Stanford University, the Silicon Valley we have been talking about. That is a beautiful place of bringing Lakshmi and Saraswati, Google Camp, NDNA, many technology what you have seen in the market came from, many are from Silicon Valley, and that is nothing but Stanford University Incubation Hub. And that's the role of IPR today. We must have to create, because government of India has taken very seriously in this regard. Even there is a accreditation in the form ARIA, auto ranking for institutional achievement. In the NIRF ranking, the IPR component is important, and we must not plagiarize and infringe other IPR rights. If suppose Professor Tiwari has written something, it is her copyright, it is her right. If we are taking it, we must quote it, or we must take for any commercial activity. If we are taking, we must take the permission or get the license from here. That is the intellectual property. So how we Lakshmi and Saraswati live together. I'll give you in our activity how we are doing as a national organization. I hope my PPT is visible, Priyaji.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, so you can see how Lakshmi and Saraswati live together. There is a technology developed by the scientist who is standing right to me, along with a research scholar on all translutin from marine chlorophycin algae. And this technology was developed, and this has a very nutraceutical effect and impact for our eye, for our retina. And this has a great demand in the market. So industry, the lady who is standing left to me, you can see where I'm exchanging the technology transfer agreement, invested for that product, for that process, and took by bringing into a market so that million people of the society will get the benefit. And there is nothing but indigenization and self-reliance and bringing academia industry together, where knowledge can be acknowledged and knowledge can be transferred for the process and product development for the society. And that is the ecosystem we are talking about and we are doing in our activity and mandate. And we are there to support you any kind of opportunity in your institution, both in terms of technology, IP protection. If you need IP protection support also, many of the startup from Raipur has taken, because being a national organization and also Government of India organization, that is our role, mandate, mission to connect you, collaborate with you, sensitize you, and also provide some kind of seed funding support for this innovation activity. I'll take you another example. Amul spray. Can you remember your old days when you are young, taking spoon of this Amul spray inside your mouth while making tea or coffee or taking any drink? So that is the emotion and this invention that close to our heart, and also million children, those who are not getting mother milk, they are sustaining and mitigating this nutritional formulation. And this technology or this intellectual property, the knowledge for this process of development was developed by our CSIRCF Central Food Technological Research Institute and given license for manufacturing to Kaira District Milk Producer Union, who are manufacturing 20,000 ton annually in the brand name Amul Spray. Billion children across the globe are getting benefit. We all are getting benefited. That's the innovation and that's the IP created by our forefather scientists, which we are reaping the benefit. Many technology, many thing which I will cut some of this thing. Another example also I'll give you, the plastic waste. You know, I visited many of the places, particularly across the country, and I give you one of the example when I visited one of the engineering college in Raipur, physically for giving a lecture, and also there was a program. In that, I saw many of the plastic waste and polythene, water bottle are thrown in just roadside, and there is a plastic thing. How we can recycle it? How we can generate wealth from this? I mean, waste from this wealth. And there is a technology, and there is a patent, there is a invention, IPR developed that is called recycling of plastic waste to tile. And patent was filed by the scientists. And today we have transferred this technology, and you can see how we are recycling this plastic waste to tile, and that tile is useful for our floor making. This is invention, this is creativity, this is nurturing startup and entrepreneurship in the country. Many of the entrepreneurs come forward and invest it, make it, and give the product to the nation to mitigate the challenge. And this is called intellectual property management, and this is nothing but innovation. We have seen many challenges, and one of the biggest challenge we have seen in the second wave of COVID, we lost many of our known faces. At that time, the INMAS, the DRDO laboratory came out with the anti-COVID-19 medicine called 2-digit drug. And I will share one of the very pathetic memory which I had during that period of, April month during 2021. One of our known person admitted in Raipur, and they are badly looking for this drug. And at that time, Dr. Reddy was manufacturing, but supply was very less. Although my point I wanted to tell you is that this is nothing but the IP created by INMAS and given license to Dr. Reddy for manufacturing, and million people are mitigating the challenge of COVID-19. Other than this, I'll give you Araku coffee, whether you know or not, because Araku Valley is very close to Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and Andhra Pradesh. The community Araku tribes are getting benefit from this Araku coffee, because if you will promote, protect, brand our product, indigenous product in the form of the trademark, in the form of geographical indication, the people will get benefit at last. The Darjeeling Tea Grower Association, the Araku coffee, that is also close to the tribes, those community who are cultivating, they are also getting benefit. So it is, the intellectual property is nothing but the originality. The original creator, owner, inventor, innovator have the right to get the benefit. It may be a financial benefit, it may be a benefit from institute recognition, reward. And also we need to brand our innovation. We have to brand our product. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So that people will come, trust, believe, and pay for it. So any product, we need to internationalize, and that is the notion of the Prime Minister, vocal for local. I'll give you a small example, the Indian Bollywood movie, Three Idiots. I hope you might have all watched this beautiful movie. The beautiful movie is a great story. There was issues about copyright. There are the issues about patent, because Funsung Wangdu has 400 patent for which Chatur Ramalingam came all the way to get the patent. But in reality, in the movie, you might have seen that there was a issues between Bidhu Vinod Chopra and Chetan Bhagat, because the concept was taken from Chetan Bhagat and copyright was with Chetan Bhagat. And there was a issues of copyright in this beautiful movie because Chetan Bhagat's name was not there. So you may ask me at the end about this issue, but certainly I'll give the answer to all of you. So the movie Funsung Wangdu and the character, and Chatur Ramalingam, the character, the Amir Khan, and all the team, such a movie that plays a very, very important role to our next generation. आज की डेट में हमारे नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को किताबों का ज्ञान नहीं चाहिए. आज की डेट में हमारे बच्चों को स्किल चाहिए, उनको प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज चाहिए. What is the demand in the industry that is we are looking for, so that we will be ornament today in the market economy. And in the same line, the Three Idiot is none other than Sonam Wangchuk, who have many patent and created many, I will say, technology like solar military tent, who have that was developed by Visakha Industries at the Galwan Valley and Ladakh. And this is innovation, IP creation, and nation building. And that's we are talking about self-reliance India. So academia industry interaction is very, very important and need of the hour to improve the quality of academics, because students are getting pass out from degree, but when he goes to the market, or particularly in the skill oriented activity, he doesn't have the skill to mitigate such challenge. Today we need to nurture that, because innovation is a long-term health of economy. We need a healthy root system, and that healthy root system is nothing but the academics where you are, where we can nurture the innovation, idea, concept, patent, work process, and creativity and invention. That's why Government of India has a women scientist scheme for intellectual property right. And for that, women can be a women scientist. And now at my office also, women scientists are working here. They are highly qualified, working on intellectual property, managing IP of various institutions, organization, corporate, and also advising in technology transfer process, IP protection, patent protection, trademark registration, design registration, copyright registration. That workforce we need, because we are in the knowledge economy. If you'll see, friends, I'll just like to give you in design, if you'll compare with India, China, and USA, we are much more behind. You can see China, US, and India. China, 7,11,617 design file in 2019. US, 46,827. In India, only 14,272. See where China is going and where India is. This is the reality. And today, China is globally #1 in IP protection. Patent, you can see In China, 2019, 14,660, 14,06,061 patent was filed. In US, 6,21,000 was filed. In India, only 56,000. Second largest populated country in the world. Our innovation index is 46. But these are the countries, those who are playing important role. If we want to be a superpower, we need to strengthen our innovation index. So India needs more invention, India needs more innovation to mitigate the challenge. So come to the intellectual property right. Under Article 27 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, 1948, everyone has the right to the protection of the moral and material interests resulting from any scientific, literary, and artistic production of which he is the author. And everyone has the right to share the scientific advancement and its benefit. Category the Universal Declaration of Human Rights touch upon that you have the right to protect because you are the creator, you are the inventor. The way Galileo has a patent for his telescope. So knowledge must be acknowledged, and knowledge must be managed and protected today. For that, there are various types of IPR, and these IPR are in the form of patent, and it is a completely legal right, and patent is for a new invention, new creativity process and product for which you can have the patent right. Many products, what you have been using in your day-to-day life are protected as a patent. Copyright, your article, your creative work, your computer program, artistic work that can be registered as a copyright. You are the owner. Suppose Dr. Tiwari, Dr. Rathore has written something that is their copyright. So literary work can be protected as a copyright. Computer program can be protected as a copyright, not as a patent. But in India, one of the most important issues we have to discuss that is on computer-related invention. And if anyone can ask, because of time paucity, I am not going to speak. Trademark, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. The way, whatever the product, आज की डेट में आप कहीं भी आप जब वैक्सीन लेने भी जाते हो तो आप कौन सा वैक्सीन ले रहे हो, कोविशील्ड ले रहे हो या कोवैक्सीन ले रहे हो या क्या ले रहे हो, that is the brand and that is the trademark today, and that appeal to our eye and we recognize the product design, the design of many things, from Coca-Cola water bottle to many products in our day-to-day life. Morning to evening, we are using many design, from water bottle, maybe many things, all are protected as a design. Integrated circuit, design of topographies of integrated circuit, the registration, semiconductor integrated circuit layout design. Another intellectual property is called geographical indication of goods. The way you recognize unique product, unique characteristic of the product. Alfonso mango, Kullu sal, Bikaner bhujia, Agra ka petha, Odisha rasgulla, Pachampali ikkat, Banaras se sadi, Kullu sal, Kota doria. These are the GI, and these are the geographical indication of goods. The community should get the benefit. The society should get the benefit. We need to brand it so that when we export it, the royalty or the royalty or measure will goes to the community, because geographical indication of right is a community right. And another two important IPR is protection of plant varieties and farmer right. For any varieties of plant, we can register as a plant varieties, farmer variety, extended varieties, and also confidential information, the trade secret, which you do not want to protect. The Coca-Cola formulation is protected as a trade secret. So friend, these IPR plays a very important role. जिस देश का जितना पेटेंट होता है उस देश इतना आगे होता है. आज की डेट में चाइना सबसे पहले है, and we need to mitigate the many challenges at our strategic level. So that's why government of India has create this kind of thing in AICT, Kalam IP awareness program created. UGC, there is a SPRUHA program so that higher educational institutions, the IPR curriculum must be taught so that the innovation, invention from the people should be protected, managed, and commercialized. So all these form of intellectual property, patent, trademark, design, copyright, layout design of integrated circuit, plant varieties and farmer right and copyright are the intellectual property. और जिस देश का जितना intellectual property है उतना intangible asset है. और आज की डेट में अगर आप देखेंगे जो Fortune 500 कंपनीज है सबका जो भी है उनका IP asset more है, not their tangible asset. So it is a time to create IP and protect IP and also exploit IP. Intellectual property, the importance for academics activities, collaborative R&D for contract research, grant-funded research, collaborative research, sponsored research, and also you can have an incubation center, incubate many startup and entrepreneur, and also you can transfer the technology or the IP to other MSME startup and industry in the country where you can get lump sum amount of money or also fame, name, and also royalty in time to time. This is the reality we need to understand, we need to realize, we need to create because we can make the difference. And that institutional ecosystem of IP is essential. That's why UGC has asked all the universities to set up a IPR cell in the university. So IPR is the biggest challenge for the nation at bilateral level, multilateral level for research and development. And you will be surprised. I'd like to give you Indian funding for GDP to the R&D is just 0.7%. If you see China is 1.7. Even if you see US, they are also much more behind. So GDP to the research and development is important. If we want to have a country, that country is self-reliance on technology, then we can sustain and mitigate the challenge. That's why Government of India came out with the National IPR policy. And we need to integrate our research and development activities with IP so that from intangible asset, we can make a tangible asset. And we need to integrate intellectual property, our institution in branding, because Government of India gives a national award to the institution, those who file highest number of intellectual property. Brand positioning, branding at national level, international level is important, and also get a competitive advantage and strategy for incubation. Government of India is now focusing more on incubation startup and also setting up incubation center at institution like through our Ministry of Information Technology, we have a technology innovation for development for entrepreneurship TIDE program, TIDE 1, TIDE 2, TIDE 3 from Ministry of IT. From Ministry of Science and Technology, my department, we have a technology business incubation center. Now, Atal Innovation Mission has also through NITI Aayog, there is a Atal Think-Ring Lab, Atal Incubation Center. Many more opportunities are coming. We need to converse, we need to integrate our institution in knowledge into a process and product. Then only we can sustain in the changing paradigm of ecosystem of innovation. Intellectual property is a nation building and indigenization for the nation. There is some disturbance. Can you please mute? So academics and university, particularly you people, are part of this activity. For sponsored collaborative research, contract research, grant-funded research, you can take a contract research from a corporate and you can earn money and you can sustain your university and institution from the long-term and short-term program, and also giving consultancy, R&D partnership, technology transfer, and many more opportunity. And we need to bring our institution or academia in collaboration with industry so that knowledge creation and knowledge management can be takes place. And that is the need of the hour today. Teaching, research, capacity building, skill that can also converge into a profit and indigenous process and product for the nation building. And also the professor, the researcher, suppose the Professor Rathore has created some patent or some kind of design. And if the design somebody has taken as a licensing from the institution, the majority of the money, when you are transferring any technology to any industry, you will get a money. And for that, majority of the percentage of the money must be taken by the Dr. Rathore. That is the benefit sharing mechanism from intellectual property right. So that professor will also took interest, and because he is not only getting a tangible benefit, other than tangible benefit, getting an intangible benefit, and name, fame, and whoever it may be getting national award on innovation or technology, ultimately they are creator of the many patent and innovation. So you'll be surprised how technology transfer from academic institution, the way I told about Oxford University, same way academic technology transfer benefiting to society and economy. You can see from this slide how academics come out with many idea, process and product and patent and license and product development is taking place, and also economic benefit of the nation. And this is the need of our India has more than 900 university, 40,000 colleges, more than 11,000 engineering college, but our standard, particularly, we are not matching with international standard. That is very, very important. I like to give you, in the recent past, I visited Denmark. I visited 2-3 university. Their impact factor is very well, because their impact factor consider how you are giving, creating job for your student, and also how you are connecting them in product delivery, particularly in research and innovation. That is important today, and that's India needs badly. And that's the ecosystem we wanted to develop. So we need to understand innovation, where we can take innovation, but time, because of the time schedule, I need to skip some of the slide. So what kind of benefit you will get from NRDC if Dr. Nair or Dr. Chandrasekhar or Major Gupta needs to protect any patent or any copyright, any trademark, any design, any startup or your ecosystem wanted to file or protect, we will support you free of cost, and then NRDC will bear the cost. And we have so far filed 2,000 patent and commercialized 5,000 technology in the country. And that is innovation, value creation, and nation building through technology transfer. We do help in field testing, market survey, prototype development. We give national award, incubation services, seed funding. And today's the seed funding meeting is going on. And also we support, if technology is not ready for commercialization, we provide a technology development, validation, and commercialization support. And for that also we give up to 1 crore rupees grant, and for which we do a lot of activity in exercising all this practice. So it is the time for all of us to connect, create, so that we can beautify a nation, we can beautify our institution, we can beautify ourselves in the knowledge society. And that's the role of India today in transferring many technology to various countries through technology transfer and IPR. And some of the startup and entrepreneur, those who are not making us proud, nation proud, for which the people are getting benefit. And also there is a opportunity of job creation through indigenization. And that's our role and mandate, to giving a new technology to the nation to mitigate the challenge, and also mitigate the challenge at this pandemic time, particularly in the PPE kits, and also technology like sanitary napkin technology for our rural people, how we can develop, how we can help to young innovator, inventor in recognizing through their invention and innovation, in protecting IP, mentoring IP, and also capacity building. Because jo dikhta hai wo bikta hai, and that trademark is important today. And also design is equally important, because that design appeal to our eye. And also the GI, the geographical indication of goods, one of the intellectual property is the need of the hour to protect, so that our community will get the benefit, and we can create many more entrepreneurship. You can see 42 GI products in Karnataka, and you have seen Mysore silk, Mysore agarbatti, Mysore roju, many products. Many people have taken entrepreneurship, and people are getting benefit. Many products are export. India is getting strengthening in economy and livelihood, and also that is our own product, own process, and indigenized. And also we have a protection of plant varieties and farmer right. That is also one of the intellectual property right. And in fact, I will touch upon copyright. You people are also looking for copyright. And also the GI, how our original sari, like in Sambalpuri sari, people are selling the pirated duplicate sari in the market. So if we will protect this kind of product as a GI, so that our community, our people will get benefit, like in Chhattisgarh, some of the product like handloom, textile, handicrafts, and painting, the Dokra art sitting. These are the products. Arts community. Can you please mute? So these Dokra art, all these are geographical indication of goods, and these are the intellectual property right. We must have to protect, sensitize our community, and sensitize our society, and sensitize ourselves, so that we respect each other in not to do any piracy or any kind of black marketing or duplicate. Let me also tell you how we are doing value addition, in particularly in the traditional product. NRDC in the recent time, we transfer one technology to Adivasi Bahudasya Sahakari Samiti at Raipur on particularly Mahua beverage. That Mahua beverage is a value-added product from Mahua flower, which is has a nutritional value, and this is we have licensed to one of the this community. Adivasi community, particularly Samiti at Raipur, for manufacturing this product. It has a great value and it is a great appetizer and nutritional value with antioxidant capacity and medicinal properties, so that will reach to the people, community will get benefit, society will get benefit, and we can create many more MSME and startup to mitigate the challenge. And that's our role. That's our mission in protecting intellectual property and supporting to individual MSME startup faculty in their creativity and innovation. So I'll come to the uh, plagiarism. Yes, plagiarism is nothing but it has come from a International Convention of 1886, where 179 member countries were there from the Bonn Convention. In that Bonn Convention, it was decided to the Bonn Convention was applies to the protection of literary and artistic work, and there are two objectives, and that is three basic principles of the Bonn Convention and the minimum standard of protection for the literary and artistic work. And three basic principle is nothing but the work originated must be protected, and the principle of automatic protection, such protection must not be in compliance with any formality. Copyright, you may register as a copyright, but the author, if you are the original author, that is your copyright. That under that principle, there are many scope and standard for the protection for the work and right and duration of the protection under the copyright. And copyright is nothing but you will get a right up to lifetime of the author plus 60 years. So for which you can get a dramatic and also cinematograph, film, many things you will get a copyright. But what is plagiarism we are talking about today? Plagiarism is a word that was derived from Latin word plagiar, which means kidnap or abduct. So you can understand the word and word itself. So the word began to be used in English language sometime during 16th century. The word plagiarism may be uncommon to many, although 90% of the people at least once in their life has done it with intentionally or unintentionally. And that we will say intentional plagiarism or unintentional plagiarism. So what is plagiarism? The synonym of plagiarism is copying, lifting, stealing, illegal use, breach of copyright, or bootlegging, reproducing. So intentional क्या है? The copying a friend work, buying or borrowing papers, quoting on and pasting block of text from electronic source without documenting. Unintentional is careless paraphrasing, poor documentation, quoting excessively, and failure to use your own voice. So these are the two kind of plagiarism. One is intentional and unintentional. So what is the rationale for academic integrity? Because you all are academics people, I will have to take into a academic perspectives. When we are copying, we are cheating ourselves and we are limit our own learning. So the consequences are not worth to the risk. It is only to give a credit to author whose ideas we are using. Citing gives authority to the information we present. Citing makes it possible for our readers to locate our source, and cheating a unethical behavior. So example of common knowledge, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was our prime minister. Mumbai is financial capital of India. If you see a fact in 3 or more sources and you are fairly certain your reader already know this information, it is likely to be a common knowledge. But when in doubt or cite. So identifying plagiarism is original source and student paper that we must have to understand and that we have to mitigate. and we have to mitigate such kind of challenge. And even though the writer has cited the source, the writer word are not his own, then we have to make the quote mark. There are many challenges, many things need to understand, and I'm extremely sorry that I have a limited time for this session, but certainly I'll do the justice within because I have another meeting with that Prime Minister PSA Office, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India. So I have to make a presentation there also. But certainly I'm very happy that I have joined in this program. So I will take you into a policy. What is the policy exists on plagiarism before our institution like University Grant Commission? So there is a policy, and the policy, the practice of taking someone else's work or idea or passing them as one owns, that is plagiarism. According to this regulation, student or teacher who plagiarize will lose their registration, and there are various kind of uh, percentage of similarities, particularly up to 10%, there is no penalty. Up to 10 to 14% document, if the document is plagiarized, let to require student to submit revised manuscript and force faculty member to withdraw the plagiarized paper. Up to 40 to 60%, if document is plagiarized, student would be suspended for a year, and the faculty member would forfeit an annual pay rise and prohibited from supervising student for 2 years. Student who plagiarize more than 60%, their thesis would be kicked out of the program, while the penalties for the faculty member would be extended to loss of 2 years of pay increase and 3 year ban for supervising any student. So penalty for student at higher educational institution based on the academic misconduct penal shall impose. There are various level 1, 10 to 40%, level 2, 40 to 60%, and level 3 similar to above 60%. And penalty on repeated plagiarism is also there, and penalty in case where the degree or credit has already been obtained. In that case also there are a lot of process and also penalty. And it is a time for all of us to enhance our capability to our faculty, staff, researchers, students, as far as the ethics practice and respect of intellectual property, copyright, and respect with a honorary ethics practice to use the literature as far as the literary work is concerned when we are publishing or doing any kind of documentation. So at last, I will say the problem is never how to get a new innovative thought into our mind, but how to get the old one out. It is a time for all of us to reorient ourselves, because this plagiarism, copyright violation, infringement, piracy, in that India has been facing a lot of challenge, both multilateral and bilateral level. And you'll be surprised, and I wanted to tell you that the US government kept India as a priority watch list. Those countries who violate intellectual property, they used to kept as a priority watch list. And it's called Special 301 provision before India is still there from the US Department of Commerce. So it is a time for all of us to respect IP, leverage IP, protect IP, and also monetize IP for the sustainability, and also giving a new process and product to the nation, and to indigenize, to fulfill the dream of Mahatma Gandhi, who always talked about homegrown ideas, technology, and self-reliance. And it is also time that our Prime Minister has been calling for Atmanirbhar Bharat. When we will be Atmanirbhar? Until unless we will create. Let's create, protect, manage, and commercialize. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I am grateful to Major Om Gupta and other dignitaries to witness this program. And my mobile number, email ID is there. And any kind of query, you are most welcome to talk to me anytime. And any kind of support, if you are seeking, we are there to join hands. Let's collaborate, connect, cooperate, make the country sustainable to mitigate the challenge at this challenging time. Thank you. God bless you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for such a nice and effective guidance on intellectual property rights and plagiarism. Now, I would like to call Dr. K.K. Rathod, sir, Sant Guru Ghasidas Government PG College, Kurut, for vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Yeah.
क्या हो गया? आप कर दीजिए।
आप
एक मिनट जूम के साथ यही प्रॉब्लम। लीजिए सर।
प्रगति कॉलेज रायपुर के संयुक्त तत्वाधान में गवर्नमेंट पीजी कॉलेज कुरूद एवं गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज पिथौरा के द्वारा आयोजित आज के वेबिनार में प्रमुख वक्ता के रूप में डॉक्टर बी के साहू जी, जो बौद्धिक संपदा अधिकार पर विस्तार से जानकारी प्रदान किया। आज के अध्यक्ष गवर्नमेंट पीजी कॉलेज कुरूद के प्राचार्य डॉक्टर ओपी चंद्राकर सर, पिथौरा कॉलेज के प्राचार्य डॉक्टर एस तिवारी, प्रगति कॉलेज के प्राचार्य डॉक्टर सौम्या नैयर और आज के कार्यक्रम के नेक IQAC कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर एस दीवान, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर चंद्रपाल डरसेना गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज पिथौरा, IQAC कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर स्वाति श्रीवास्तव, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर प्रगति कॉलेज रायपुर, साथ ही कन्वेनर मेजर डॉक्टर ओम जी गुप्ता, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर संत गुरु घासीदास गवर्नमेंट पीजी कॉलेज कुरूद, कन्वेनर डॉक्टर श्रुति झा, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर चंद्रपाल डरसेना गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज पिथौरा और कन्वेनर डॉक्टर निमेश पांडे, HOD कॉमर्स एंड मैनेजमेंट प्रगति कॉलेज रायपुर। साथ ही आज के वर्चुअल बैठक में जुड़े हुए सभी तीनों कॉलेज के प्राध्यापक गण, आप सभी अपना बहुमूल्य समय देकर के इस कार्यक्रम का लाभ लिए, इसके लिए आप सभी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद के पात्र हैं। अध्यापन कार्य तीनों कॉलेज में संचालित है, इसलिए ज्यादा समय न लेते हुए आप सभी को पुनः मैं धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूं। धन्यवाद।
Any question, any query, please?
Hello. Sir, I have one question. Can we do any kind of MOU or MOA, our college with your national IPF center? I want to.
Yes, normally we signed with university, but I will suggest and also you are best out at Raipur.
Sorry.
Your college is at Raipur.
No, sir. It is at Kurud, Dantali district.
How far from Raipur?
55 kilometers. Sir.
Then sometime I will visit and we will discuss that part.
Please, sir. Please, sir. Because what we are thinking that we are doing project work and we have research center for Hindi. So we are asking about IPR and ethical committee kind of thing. Then we need some guidance from you, and we want to make some kind of MOU with you to enlighten our science system.
And certainly we will do on it. And
Yeah,
I am at your disposal for any kind of support. You people are free to take our services. It is not my organization, it is your organization, and it is a national organization.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Allow me, because I have another meeting at Principal Scientific Advisor for
Yes.
the Government of India.
Yes.
So
Thank
I have
you.
a presentation there.
Thank you.
And my mobile number, email ID is there. Anyone have any doubt, please speak to me and also send an email.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. So shall I sign out, please?
Yes,
Advise
please.
me.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay.
ये सर अच्छा हो गया, ये बोल रहा मैं आपके कॉलेज में हूँ, हमारे को उनका अच्छा आइडिया मिल जाएगा, और अगर इनके कोई सेमिनार वगैरह हो तो वहाँ कर, क्योंकि अभी क्या हुआ सर,
सिस्टम पे जा रहा है।